Alrighty, guys. So it's 11:30, time to wrap it up for today. And what a brutal day. This almost feels like there's market capitulation going on today. It almost feels like that. This is not one of those days where you're looking at it like this. You took out that key support there. We talked about it. This key area, 57.30, had to hold. Friday, they were probing below it. They came back up close strongly, so they that did not take it out. But today they was just no, no, and it just took it out, ran it lower, and we have since closed this gap, the rollover gap, and now we are in this territory here, this retracement to the downside. So this could go. We're in some discovery territory to the downside for sure. So I would just stay on the short side. This area could hold though, but I'm not going to start from the look for long trade setups right now. Right now, we're seeing a little bit of a bargain hunt or a snapback trade, but it's nothing which I would be all excited about just yet. This is just way too volatile. And this last leg lower, I was watching it. I was thinking about trying to short trade, but I mean it's just too volatile, so I just stayed out of it. I can't find a good spot to get short, and when it retraces, it traces too hard. And if it doesn't do enough, you get in too early. So no matter how you do it, you can get lucky and get on it. Now, if you want to trade this for real, you kind of had to be prepared to get in and fade some heat. So if you're wrong on it, so it look 10, 15 points worth of heat just to be able to trade it. So not willing to do that just at this point. So that's why I haven't put on any trades today. Yeah, it's kind of staying out of it. Let this craziness settle down a little bit. It would be beautiful to get on a trade like this and wrap it up like that. It would be awesome, but it just the trade-off is not good, you know. It's not good. So anyway, at this point, just gonna keep trading this from the short side. I'm watching this retracement now to see how strong that's going to get. But unless they can get up above that 57.30s, above this 57. It's like 57.30s, but this is the low of Friday. So if they can get up above the low of Friday, it's good. But they kind of had to get up above that 57.10 to 20, almost up to 30s before it really can get any read on a potential recovery. So at this point, all the way up here, I would look to sell, get short against the resistance. I'm gonna have to redo all these levels because they are really old levels, half a year or older. So by tomorrow, I'm gonna redo it for some different edges. You can watch these single print, I period prints here for potential short against that one, against the mode here at the 56.65. But it is pretty freaking gnarly. So I would just stay on the short side at this point. Not gonna try to be too cute about it at all. So all right, so trade the ES on the short side. Just watch how far they retrace it, how strong that move is. If it turns into something which potentially can raise your eyebrows, because it feels like we capitulated today. It feels very much like that. It's a free for all to the downside, ran it all the way on gap closure on the downside. So, but as I say, I haven't put on a trade today. I just realized my limitations, and today like this, I would overtrade it, and the range is just too big. And good news is the bond market is not moving. It's just stuck. So the bond market is not signaling that there's a bunch of fear out there and they're running higher with a massive clip. They traded higher a little bit, but this big sell-off is just the stock market thing. Algo trading, running the market way down, freaking everyone out. At one point, people are going to sell in panic. They don't want to lose their money. And then that's the day you see it all turn around, and then they start buying it right back in again. So look at it, nice snapback on the Nasdaq going on, but these guys are way, way, way down. So unless they can get up above 20,000, and they are way away from that, they're 500 points below that, so there's no shot. As you see it, you can get up about 20,000, we're far away from that, so that's not even going to worry about it. So at this point, you get up above this, man, it snaps right back down here. So trade from the short side, I'm going to redo some of these levels for tomorrow, but there's no reason not to stay on the short side until we see some good support developing. At this point in the probe like this, you kind of have to watch for a retest on that thing. At least wait for it, and if it doesn't materialize, fine. But if you get another retest, that would be a potential buying opportunity. Finally, oil and gold. It's and as I said, there's not much to say about this stuff today. It's such a crazy volatile market. If you stayed on the short side on ES and Nasdaq, you had a good shot at getting in on a good trade. If you could get in and if you could stay with it. On gold and oil, well, gold is to the downside, which is kind of counterintuitive, right? They support held at 28.80s, but they you would expect that one to be a little bit less weak if you have all this concern out there. But the fact that they're selling gold is okay. That tells you that there's not that much panic. It's more algo trading going on the stock market, repricing, basically repricing some assets is what they're doing. And who knows? I think it's way overdone and probably going to see a nice snapback coming out of this one. So trade gold from the short side until they trade up above that 2900s. And then on oil, stay on the short side as well. That thing is definitely heading lower. A nice orderly sell-off on oil. To the downside, you had to kind of be patient and sit in that trade for a while, but it's been slowly moving to the downside. So oil is definitely on the downside. So trade that from the short side. Look to sell strength at this point against the 6620s, 40s, 70s up to the 6710 and the 50s. 6750s were the last one I would try to get short against. And on gold, look for short setups against 2900 and the 2905s for rotations back down again. It's going to be an edge right there too. That 5-letter edge is going to be in there 2906 as well for tomorrow. So gold from the short side, range bound with slight bias to the downside, oil bias to the downside as well. But the ES and NASDAQ are the ones to watch when it comes to real movement. These guys are absolutely moving like crazy. So nice snapback on this one. Watch for a potential retest of the lows. We'll see how that materializes. But there we have it. I'm going to leave it at that. So not much else to say about it. We'll see you guys back bright and early in the morning. We got a little bit on news tomorrow morning. Job openings, that's about it. So just keep expecting the same kind of volatility in the market, trying to figure out where the bottom is going to be at. Because right now we are way down. We are down in price in correction territory for the NASDAQ. And the ES is not that far away, 600 points down, and we're at the 500 range right now. So we're almost 10% down on the ES as well. So pretty good sell-off, pretty good correction, and then we'll see how when they finally run out of gas on the downside. So alrighty, we'll wrap it there for now, guys. So no trades for me today. I just been sitting on my hands, not trying to get myself caught in some crappy shit, the technical term. And we'll see if we can go at this when it gets a little bit calmer. So there's some nice opportunities, but you just have to realize that when it's volatile like this, you can be right on the trade and lose money every day. It's because it's just volatile. And when you're right, you get in, get shaken out, and then you just sit there with a little bit. And when you're wrong, you get stopped out. So that's your trade-off. So yeah, be cautious about that. Anyway, we'll leave it there, guys. I'll see you in the morning. You have a good evening. Later.